Hey, what's up, Binary Lab? So, I'm not sure how many of you are actually around this time, but if you are here, it would be great if you tune in. Okay. So once again, I'm in a hilltop villa, in the high ranges, higher altitudes of cool, breezy Phuket right here. And see, it's like a overflowing pool, and I'm right here at a entrepreneurs mastermind, and basically, everyone is here to push our limits on how we can improve ourselves and improve the services that we can provide to our audiences. And I'm also here thinking of well, I've done this much for Binary Lab Elite, but what else could I do that could possibly help make everyone out there become a better trader? Okay, so if you are here, I really want your comments, and if there's something that's been on your minds, just shoot it right off away in the comments down below. Okay, and down below in the comments. So it would also help me know, who you are, where you're from. So drop a comment below so I know who's watching as well. Because like sometimes I don't get to see, if you haven't liked my page before, I don't actually get to see who's tuning in sometimes. So in this video, what I want to do is run through a couple of those ideas that I just had like last night. Okay, because some of you maybe already watched that previous video where I talked about why do I teach if I can trade? And just a few minutes ago, I sent out an email with the heading "What?" All right, so look out for the email. It should be in your email inbox, and if it's not in your inbox, it could be in your junk or spam or promotions or whatever. And just do me this favor of going into your inbox and marking that. Give an email filter to those emails so that you won't miss out on anything valuable right there. Because Gmail has been doing this stupid conspiracy of just barring all kinds of crap content and good content too. That's the thing. So I would suggest that you go into your emails, uh, search out for that email entitled "What?" That's from Julian, and mark it as not spam, and put an email filter for that, because the content that's going to be coming your way is going to be very valuable. So the first thing that I want you to do, I want you to hear right now is some of these ideas that I have, and I would like you to add on to these ideas. Okay, so for a quick recap, like what we do right now in Binary Lab Elite is that we have these weekly webinars. We also have a Telegram mastermind that goes on all the time, where people can actually post trades and empower one another. And on top of that, Kevin, who is my cousin, he's my train analyst, because he can apply the techniques better than I can on a consistent basis, because I know that I tend to meddle a lot and he doesn't. So actually, he's the better signaler between the both of us. So he's doing that role. And on top of that, there is the forum where you can watch past webinar replays, and you can actually have a whole library of over 100 different webinar resources and different techniques I've done in the past as well. It's all available in your access. But then again, there's also a lot of clutter that I wish to help you sort out. And there's a lot of clutter in your personal trading lives that I want to help you get over as well. So one of the tools which I've adapted, like right now I'm actually at Mark Joyner's mastermind, and he has this great tool, is Simpleology, which, by the way, there's a link for that in the video description as well, which it greatly supercharged my productivity and the way that I compartmentalize myself. And I thought, wouldn't it be a great idea if we could apply a similar goal setting approach for trading to keep ourselves accountable to the goals that we set? And in addition to that, what about a system of submitting a daily trades? Because over here, I'm not sure how many of you actually checked out the link that I gave out the last time with Sympology, but over in here, there's actually something called the Fire Mission Academy, and basically every day, for business people or people or solopreneurs, there's a process of this is a fire process, like frame, intensity, regeneration, efficiency, and what do we go through, which as a trader is highly relevant, because how are we framing and reframing ourselves to tackle the ever-changing markets, and how are we pacing ourselves on a daily basis? Would you agree with me that markets move faster and slower on every different day and different times of the day as well? Are we properly adapting our pace with the markets? And are we introspecting ourselves on what works and what doesn't? And finally, how could we improve our profits for the number of trades that we take? More is not necessarily better. So if there was a way that I could create a trade submission system, a trade history submission system that you could submit for comments, because I suspect that there are people in the group that just don't want to post their losing trades, right? Because they're for fear of being laughed at. I'm sure there's a lot of people that that you know that actually want to know how to improve what they're doing right now. And the reason why I know that is because when I look at my webinar statistics, the concentration level is so high. Like the drop-off rate is because I get to see when people are surfing other windows and when people are actually on my screen. And the thing is, people are paying attention. But if people are paying attention, why aren't they asking questions? So I was wondering, if I could give you a system that is better for you to submit your trades, for me to video your trades, for me and Kevin's going to work very closely with me for this, to look over your trades. So what, in a short while, you'll be getting to be able to do is put your daily trade screenshots, your daily trade histories, so that we can check for a couple of things. Are you entering the trade correctly? Are you exiting in the correct time frame? And let's say for those of you who are trading different sizes, is there an explanation as to why you're doing that? And if you're on a loss streak, why are you continuing? Okay, and a way to schedule and pace yourself as well. So we're gonna make it a daily commitment to look at what market events that we need to be aware of. How many times have you actually went into the markets and got burnt only to find out that you missed out looking at the calendar to find that, shit, there was an election speech. Shit, Donald Trump was out there spewing some crap on Twitter. And we didn't know that. So what I plan to do is to integrate a couple of news, you know, alright, here's the thing. I think you guys are going to be super excited for this. What if we had a mobile application that's going to integrate all these tasks into one? Something you can log into on a daily basis, and a Twitter feed will be there. Specifically, I'm going to be targeting Trump as one of my news resources. Is that if there's any other feed that you want me to put in, I'm going to put in there as well. I think Jack Ma will be a good one as well. If there's any other news feeds that will be significant, I think we should plug them in totally. Comment in below anything else that you want me to put in. I'm going to put that in. I think investing.com should be in as well. The technical analysis is very, very useful. It actually takes a workload off of what we do over here, because it really shows you what to look out for. MyFXpo is going to be in there as well. And above everything, there's going to be, like, of course, like the goal trackers, the submission system, and a Q&A system as well. A Q&A system that, you know, you can either choose to remain anonymous or to make it public. Okay, it doesn't make a difference. It's really what's more comfortable for you, and a way to kind of organize this into a knowledge base as well, because I only just found out that there's a way to organize it by like the keyword density of the questions, that we can sort it out so that you know, like the system can auto suggest answers to previously answered questions, and we have our own library. Because I know not everyone likes to go through a 30-minute video just to find a solution to something. Sometimes you want to scan through. So that's going to be available as well. I'm going to be working on a bunch of infographics that could present the trading methods in a one-page, easy to understand format. And I'm going to also be, you know, like putting some of the trading ethics into infographics as well, that you can remind you on different days of the week, so that you constantly are aware of the things to focus on. So all this is going to be hitting into the Binary Lab Elite, and you know, for a long time I was wondering, you know, like, to be honest with you, I got complacent. To be honest with you, I got comfortable. I was wondering, you know, like, I would like to have a lot more activity. I don't just want the eyeballs that are intently watching every webinar that I conduct, but I want a lot more participation. And even if it wasn't during the Q&A during the webinar, at least after the webinar, I would expect to be flooded with questions, to be flooded with screenshots, to be flooded with, you know, people requesting, you know, consultations, and that will actually make me happier, because, and it'll make me busier, because I always have this dilemma. It's like, in this industry for so long, and so many videos I have made, what else have I not covered that could benefit someone else out there? All right. So I think this would be a great way to help me franchise what I know to you as a franchisee. And it'll be my objective to kind of like make the franchisee, which is you, perform at your best so that I get royalties from you as well as a franchisor. Okay, and you guys know that. You guys know that in the Binary Lab Elite, it is a requirement that everyone, not only, some of you have to pay a fee and open a trading account, but some of you, like right now, actually get to just open a trading account with a certain amount of money, and I get a true mining. And why that's important is because just only so that I can get royalties from your success, right? Hey there, Tiki. It's good to hear from you. I know I haven't been doing these lives for as long as I should have been doing. I used to do them a lot more often, but I mean, it's great to just like impromptu, like shit. I churned out like 5 videos today. So anyways, getting back to that point, like as a franchisor, it's like, I am very, very keen on helping you guys break away from your, oh, I just want to make $50 this week kind of goal, or I want to be able to pay for gas this month kind of goal. Because let's think beyond that. As a franchisee, you're actually looking at, okay, let me give you one example. Mom and Pop's corner store in the neighborhood versus 7-Eleven. What's the difference? Why is 7-Eleven making more money than the corner store, even though the prices are cheaper? It doesn't make sense, right? But 7-Eleven has a way of testing what products sell best and what products don't sell. So new things that come into the inventory and things that get out of the inventory as well. And the best part is the franchisees who buy a 7-Eleven franchise, they don't know shit about business. Maybe they just had some spare cash to throw into something, but what do you know? It worked out pretty well. Ordinary people working out pretty well. So I wanted to give a more all-inclusive business in a box success blueprint to you guys as traders. And hey, come on, you guys, you gotta comment. All right, if if you guys are not commenting, I take it that the ideas that I have is good, but I don't think they're really sufficient. You guys gotta chime in as well. So do me that favor, okay? Okay, Ben says, what is the minimum to open an account and start as newbies? Mike, okay, I'm right now working on a bot as well. Not trading bot, because I am against trading bots, by the way, for binary, because it hasn't been a good one. Okay, I'm working on a few. I'm actually looking into MT to trading. Some of you guys they're asking me about that. I'm looking into that, but with okay, Ben, I'm just kind of like sidestepping your question for a bit. I'm coming back to that in a while. MT to trading. Okay, brilliant idea. And the binary automation in binary.com, brilliant idea as well. Okay, but the thing is that because binary has such a higher exposure than forex, so if there is possibly a shift in the markets that we do not quickly detect, it could mean that you could be spending your account a lot much faster than compared to forex, would be very dangerous. So I'm still looking into that. So this is going to be a side objective from what I'm looking to give out to you guys, which is this new traders portal, which is in an app, because most of you guys use like all these smartphones these days. So a smartphone app, that's my first priority to you guys. I come back to your question, what's the minimum to open an account and start as newbies? Well, basically whatever you're comfortable with, because if you're a newbie, I would just recommend that you go for my Binary Lab Basics, which will just give you the basics of how, like, it will teach you exactly what to start out your, it's like chart setup, indicators, and how we use it differently in binary versus forex. I mean, it's all the same indicators, you must be thinking, but the usage is actually very different. What's the minimum? Well, basically, I believe Binary Lab Basics is like 100 USD startup, and the Martingale Master is like 250. Or is it the other way around? Something like that. Just check with my admin on that. I'm really bad with these like detailed questions, but you can either start out with, if you're looking to become a good trader, Binary Lab Basics is the better one to go for, which either one of them is 250 minimum. But if you want fast results and you're patient, Martingale Master is the one to start out with. But I recommend that not less than 2 weeks of Martingale Master, you should also get into Binary Lab Basics, because only knowing martingale method and not knowing basics would put you in a dangerous position that you don't know when to switch the approach and when to switch the direction that you're riding. Okay, this is very, very important. I'll be actually redoing my site in the next maybe 3 months to come as well, to make it more easy for you to access the information that's on my site and to be able to assess the proper course that is suited to you. Because like right now, I mean, it's all over the place like this. The basics here, martingale master over there, and Bayonet Elite. I mean, not all the links are on the site. So I plan to organize everything out here. So I learned this from a set of principles like Kankyo Kaizen, which is like business optimization. It is something that I found out that people in the factories like Honda, Toyota, and Japan, they all do that to kind of like just small tweaks, small gradual tweaks to make things a lot easier. And so I'm also looking to make small tweaks, and I'll be suggesting to you how to make small tweaks into your trading. One of the small tweaks that I could immediately suggest to you right now is that how about when you're trading, disable the tap click in your keyboard. So go into your settings, whether you're a Mac or PC user, go into your settings, disable the touch tap. Because when you touch tap, so many times and so many traders, and I've experienced it myself as well, like there was this one time when my daughter went to my computer and she was like tapping away, and I lost $400 in like 5 minutes. So because she was just tapping away. And as soon as I just turned off the touch tap, I also found out that with many trading terminals, did you know that if you accidentally clicked on the buy or the sell, if you just hold the click and drag it away from that, it will not trigger the trade. Okay, this is something very powerful, and you cannot do that if you're just tapping to click. So please turn off the tap to click. This is one of the first tips that I'll give you. I'll have more tips to optimize your trading along the way, and I mean, look out for that. But in the meantime, I'm still looking for ideas, and I'm going to be running some Facebook promotion to this post as well, so that more people can come in to comment on what else that I could give you that will possibly make your binary trading experience a much more solid, successful, and profitable one. Alright, in the meantime, bye for now. Drop your comments down below. I'll be responding to every single one. Bye.